I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to not be biased. Hello, everyone. You like my steam hoppers? Like my little steam hoppers? We were talking about final forms on Twitter a couple days ago. I got really passionate about it. I really like talking about Kamen Rider and the forms. And so I was like, why not? Why not just do a tier list? Let's do the best and worst final forms of Reiwa specifically, Kamen Rider. Reiwa, we've already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not really, technically 7 final forms already. And I thought it would be fun to just go through and think and talk about the design elements of them, what I believe are the best looking and the not greatest looking. If you hear running water in the background, I apologize for that. We're gonna go ahead and go through this. I'm so excited. I love, again, these forms. I think Reiwa has a pretty good lineup so far, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see where things are, starting with 0-1. I'm sorry, 0-2. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Look, I don't care. I don't care. 0-2 is the shining example of what a final form should be. 0-1 as a show, I can admit, is not that amazing. There were a lot of hiccups. There's a lot of story beats that should not have happened. There's some race stuff that shouldn't have happened. The story itself is not amazing. I have a lot of fondness for it. I have a lot of memories with 0-1 specifically. I don't want that to factor into why I put this in S. However, 0-1 has a lot of good things going for it, and I think 0-2 exemplifies that. It is beautiful. 0-1 already was an homage to Ichigo, the original Kamen Rider. So it's cool seeing them homage Nigo, the second one, with 0-2. In essence, it doesn't really make sense, being that it's a final form. Why would you homage the replacement for the original Kamen Rider with, you know what I mean? However, I love the way that they did it. The fluorescent yellow and the red work so good together. When the 0-2 comes out from the driver and then becomes the scarf, I love that so much. The fact that this form was made by Aruto and Izu together to outsmart Arc was just amazing. I love it a lot. It's so sleek. It's basically, you can just look at this and tell it's 0-1 Rising Hopper, but better. It's upgraded. It's stronger. It's a better version meant to outsmart and outcalculate whatever comes before it. It looks so good, and it just looks strong. You don't need to have this like big bulky anything. You don't need like armor and all this other stuff. Just be a better version, a stronger version of what you were before, which is what 0-2 is in essence. It's so beautiful. I think what really sold me on this form a lot more was seeing it in the movie. When the real-time movie came out and they were fighting and they morphed in that church, and Izu put on 0-2 while Aruto did Realizing Hopper. I think that stole the show from me, because basically Izu took the form from him. Like, it's her form now. I don't see 0-2 as Aruto anymore. I see it as Izu, because she literally just like made it her own. And again, it was made by her, Aruto, and Zaya. So like, it makes sense that this would become hers, and then Realizing Hopper is the final form for Aruto. Look, 0-2, just in what it is, works so well, and again is the master class for what a final form should be. It's going to stay in S for now. I don't think it's going to move anywhere else, but we'll see as we go along here. All right, so Cross Saber. I remember when Cross Saber got revealed, and there was a lot of talk about it, because this is the first time we're really getting a final form where it's basically exactly the same as the mascot form, but just recolored. I'm back and forth on Cross Saber. I remember when it first came out, I was not big on it, because it was such a new thing. We had never had this before. And actually, if you want to be technical, we haven't had it since. This is the only time this has happened. I'm not talking about penultimate forms. I'm not talking about your Realizing Hopper, your Wonder Almighty, whatever else, like the final form where it's just the mascot form, but with like a different gimmick. You know what I mean? So they can sell an extra memorial thing. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just like the actual final form being a recolor of the original. It's so different and strange. I don't know if this had anything to do with the global sickness that was going on. When that was happening, a lot of stuff got cut back, needed to be refilmed, rewritten. Saber's movie got pushed back, or something weird happened with Saber's movie because of that. I don't know if costs and whatever factored into why Cross Saber is what it is. It is unique, I'll give it that. I like the way that it looks, kind of, sort of. I remember people saying that this was like one of the most intensive or expensive Kamen Rider suits that has ever been made, at least for the final form, just because it was hand painted, which I can kind of see. It makes sense. I don't know how many of these suits they made just in general. I feel like they would have had to have made some for like stage shows and stuff. I don't know, but it looks pretty. I gotta give it that. Like, it's not my favorite by any means. I actually don't know if it would be like in my top 5, top 10 at all, really. It's just, I wish it were more. It's something about the fact that they don't even add really anything to it. It's quite literally a recolored Brave Dragon, and I think that's what brings it down for me. The colors are nice. It's just, it doesn't really do much for me, and I really don't like the sword. The sword itself, the Cross Saber, is probably my least favorite blade in Saber itself. It just doesn't say anything to me. It doesn't speak to me. It's like a moon, or not a moon, it's like a sun or something. But I don't get what that means, what that symbol has to do with Saber itself. You know what I mean? It feels like it's just sort of there, and the Saber just looks kind of bland. I like Saber. I had a fun time watching Saber. I think the show is very good. It's just Cross Saber as a final form did not really stick the landing for me. It's just kind of, it's too much. It's too much of what it's trying to be, and I don't even know if it knows what it's trying to be. I'm gonna put Cross Saber in, I'm gonna put it in C for now. It's probably gonna move up. I feel like C might be a little bit too low for it. For right now, I think C makes sense. I just don't feel anything about this form. It'll stay there. Ultimate Revice. I'm gonna do this right here. Ultimate Revice, you will go right in D. It's not awful, but I don't think it's good either. I didn't finish Revice. I couldn't tell you why. I haven't finished it. I'm gonna finish it eventually. But like, this right here is the pinnacle of doing too much. I every time I look at these forms, I'm questioning and trying to figure out what's going on. It's way too much that's happening. I don't care what the purpose of it is supposed to be, what it's supposed to look like. To me, it ends up looking ugly. It's way too much going on, which is crazy because Revice had like a hidden, not hidden motif, but it had like a subtle motif of paint. If you look at some of the Revice forms, especially, I forget what it's called, I'll put it up on the screen, the one with the paint roller accessory. I wish it used the paint aesthetic in this somewhere to where we wouldn't have had to have all this pink and purple and deep blue and stuff, even though that's what the Revice forms were doing primarily for all the different forms. I get it. It's too much purple and pink, and then the helmets, as cool as they are when they put the helmets on, the visor and then like the teeth underneath, and it's just, I get so overstimulated looking at Ultimate Revice, and the fact that there's 2 of them makes it even worse. It's not a terrible final form, but like, it's just like Cross Saber, it feels like it doesn't really know what it wants to be. I don't like it, especially as a final form. It's a little all over the place. I could do without it. And this right here was one of the most disgusting photos I saw when trying to get photos for Geats Mark 9, or Geats 9. Can you tell I didn't watch Geats? I've tried to watch Geats twice. I couldn't get past episode 8. It's not really for me. I'm not sure what it was, if it was boring to me or what, but I could not get through Geats. Anyone that knows me knows that, but that doesn't factor into what this form is. This is Geats Mark 9. I think this is beautiful. Having a form that is white is like a free pass. Any white form, it's so hard to mess up because white goes with anything. White and red and orange. This beautiful fox, I love the way that this looks. As much as I just didn't care for Geats while it was airing, and probably still now, this is a form that made me want to get the driver and the toy for it. I love the little attachment. I love the way that it looks. The weapon is crazy, and every time I see clips of Geats Mark 9, it's just tearing stuff up. It's sleek. It's so sleek. I love anything Kitsune related. It looks really, really good. It couldn't bring me back to Geats, unfortunately. However, this form is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna put it See, 02 is my ultimate S tier. I don't know if I like Geats 9 as much as I like 02. I'm gonna put Geats 9 in S. Can this download button get out of the way, please? I'm gonna put Geats 9 in S for right now. Being on par with 02 is a very high caliber to be at. I will put you in in S right now, and we'll come back to you. We'll come back. Rainbow Gotchard hurts my soul so badly. I love Gotchard. It's not a great show at all. I actually regard Gotchard in the same way that I do Ghost, in that I don't think it's well written by any means. However, I love it. I love its goofiness, its quirkiness. I love what it does. Gotchard is so fun to me. I actually collected a lot from Gotchard while it was airing. I have Nijigon sitting over there, and now he's sitting up here with us. He's gonna be here for this whole thing. He's a little dusty, but it's fine. So again, I love Gotchard so much. Rainbows are a very big thing with me spiritually, and when I found out we were getting a rainbow form, I thought like this was gonna be amazing. I think the fact that it's blue ruins the entire thing. This form would have been so good if it was white. Just like I said with Geats 9, white goes with anything. If this form was white, it would make everything about it look so much better. Because the thing is, let me put the Nijigon down. I need to be able to talk with my hands. When you talk about rainbows specifically, the entire point of a rainbow is that it has multiple colors. So with Rainbow Gotchard, you don't have all the colors. However, you still have the essence of a rainbow, period. Right? So you got the blue, you got the orange, you got the yellow, you got the red. Oh wait, no, it does have all the colors. But anyway, you cannot use one of the colors of the rainbow as the base color when the entire form is supposed to be based around rainbows. So the fact that they use blue, now you've already lost the vital color of the rainbow, and it's way too much in it. I get that it's blue because Nijigon is blue, but Nijigon didn't even need to be blue. Nijigon could have been white. Nijigon could have been something else. And again, it's way too much blue, but that's like the main color that's everywhere else. It feels like it's out of place. I don't think this form was thought through all that well. Also the fact that I love the eyes being the arrows, like the eyes on the driver. However, when he turns his head, there are certain angles that it just does not work. It looks kind of ugly. It's not photogenic at all. 02 I feel is very photogenic from almost all angles, but Rainbow Gotchard, I don't know what's going on when he turns his head sometimes. It just doesn't look right. Also the chest burst thing, it doesn't do much for me either. I know why it's there again, but it just, I don't know, man. Rainbow Gotchard, again, and as I love the concept, but I don't think the design really sticks with me all that much. I like it better than Ultimate Revice, and I like it better than Cross Saber. I'm gonna put it in B. This is my B, because Cross Saber, I like Cross Saber more than Ultimate Revice for sure, which is a shame because it's literally a recolor of its mascot form, which is crazy. Gaboo, I did not feel comfortable putting Master and Over Gaboo in the same thing because they're different, and they're different enough to where it warrants them getting ranked separately. So we're gonna do actually let's do Over Gaboo first, and then Master Gaboo will be after, just like in the show. So outside of Revice, this is technically like the first time we've gotten the final form where it's like split in two, but this time it's like the same person, but it's split in two. So this is Over Gaboo. Over Gaboo is a final form where like its main attribute is its strength. It's not that quick, but what it makes up for its speed is its strength, its power. So it's got the big fists and it's got the big feet. I think they work. I like them. I think what brings this version of the final form down for me is the fact that it's all orange. This one's all orange with like bits of purple, and then the other one is all purple with bits of orange and a little bit of blue. This one, if they had changed the eye color, maybe it would have worked a bit more, because with all this orange, having the eyes yellow makes it kind of bleed into the orange some. It's not loud enough. It feels like the whole thing is just face, you know what I mean? And like the dark orange bits on the gloves and the feet don't look right to me either. It almost looks like wounds. I know it's candy, however, I feel like the coloration on over Gaboo could have been a tiny bit better. Maybe even have those dark orange bits be a different color that isn't orange. Maybe something a little bit more vibrant, something just different. So where it didn't look like the whole thing was just all one color, right? Oh, but it's still a good form. I'm gonna put over Gaboo in B? That doesn't feel right, because I almost want to put it in C, but then it'd be in the same thing as Cross Saber. Actually, you know what? That's fine. I'm gonna leave it in C for right now. Yes, actually, because now when we go into this, Master Gaboo is better to me, but I feel like it's almost not enough. I love the purple and that they incorporated blue in this. They didn't use as much orange as the inverse, like with what Over Gaboo did. But with that, they made up with it. They made up for it with blue, and I think it looks nice. The shoulder pads feel a little generic. I think that's why I'm not really like over the moon about it. I feel like it's not doing enough in terms of being a standout. Like if we got a final form for Gaboo and it was just this, I would be a little disappointed because it doesn't scream Gaboo to me outside of just looking like Poppin' Gummy. It just kind of feels like a generic kind of guy, which is hilarious because when Gaboo was revealed initially, like the whole show, a lot of people thought that Gaboo was an AI generated rider just because the design of Gaboo Poppin' Gummy did not really translate or it didn't really convey itself to a lot of people, myself included. I was like, what is going on? Compared to like the past riders we've gotten over the years, Gaboo Poppin' Gummy just didn't really scream Kamen Rider. So this kind of feels like that. It feels like when they revealed Gaboo. And Gaboo is a great design. I love Poppin' Gummy. This reminds me of kind of how I felt when the whole show got revealed. Like, oh, it's okay. Could be better. But I do like this a bit more than over Gaboo. I'm going to put Master Gaboo in B. It's good. Like, it's not amazing. It's fine. I wish it did a little bit more. You know what I mean? Again, it doesn't scream Gaboo to me. Now we have Zets Xdream. I'm not caught up on Zets yet. Pretty far behind, but I've seen a lot of clips and I know that the final form got revealed. Zets Xdream is to Zets as 02 is to 01. I just thought of that in my head right now and it makes so much sense. I'm putting it in S. Zets Xdream is beautiful. It's another kind of like rainbow-ish themed rider, and I just think it works so well. The black with the gold, and then you've got all these other different colors streaming all throughout. It looks like an upgraded version of Impact. Is that what it's called? Zets Impact, the mascot form, right? It just looks like a stronger version of that. And from what I've heard, the way that it appears in the show, it makes sense that it kind of looks that way. Without spoilers, the way that it's formulated, it makes sense, right? It's great. It's really good. What I don't like about Xdream is something that Final Forms have been doing in Kamen Rider for a while, where the actual Final Form gimmick or belt or whatever is bulkier and it's so much bigger than what the actual thing used to be that it kind of juts out. There are photos of this form where the belt is just protruding from his chest. And it does not look great, especially when you know it's a promo shot, so they're using the actual prop itself instead of like a flattened version for stunts. It sticks out way too much and it looks disgusting, I think. But when you're not looking at that, this thing is beautiful. It's got the Z's all throughout, like the arms and stuff. He's like a spiny, colorful, fiery? I don't know what that was supposed to mean. He just looks great. I love the way that the colors are broken up and the gradients, and again, the addition of all the Z's all throughout. It's so beautiful, dude. It's an upgraded, stronger, better version of himself, and that's all that it really needed to be. These are all of the final forms for Reiwa. I just realized there's nothing in A tier. I think the jump from B to S is extreme, but it makes sense to me. I almost feel like I want to move things up because something doesn't feel right. Rainbow Gotchard and Master Gaboo are such B tier feeling. You know what? No. Let me put Rainbow in A and then I'll put Master Gaboo in B. I think this makes sense. Yes, Ultimate Revice is not an F tier. I don't know if there even is an F tier final form in Kamen Rider, period. No, you know what, maybe there is, but we're not doing that today. We're talking about the Reiwa final form. This is my tier list. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful. I think this makes sense to me. What do you guys think about this tier list? Do you agree? I don't care if you don't. Where would the riders be in your tier list? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, where you guys place everything. I'm very interested because these forms are very divisive. I know people feel certain ways about them. I think they're all interesting in their own ways and they all shine. So again, absolutely, as always, make sure to let me know what you guys think. I've got more stuff coming on the way. And as always, thank you guys so much for boarding my rainbow, and I'll see you guys at the next stop. See you. Quick thank you to all of my supporters: Amanda Batista, Amanda Cohen, Austin, Autistic Disney, Caroline, Shaco, D Cool, Ian, Jake, Luke, Megley, Manny, Matt, Quasar, Ziza, just everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the Kamen Rider content. There's more to come. It's a lot of fun doing Kamen Rider because it's very rare, it feels like, on this channel. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. And as always, make sure to stay tuned, stay subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for boarding my rainbow line. I'll see you guys at the next stop. See you.